Yo, 1, 2, check. Check 1, check, check. There it is. Check, check 1. Yo.
Marisa, get in.
I'll give you a little more once we get going.
How are you going? Won't forget. I can't forget what I did for love.
How long is the first half?
It's like 40 minutes.
You know, I gotta feed these virtues.
I beat a twin. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Port Richmond High School for our fall musical production of A Chorus Line. We are so thankful to have you here today to support the arts at Port Richmond High School. Good? We're good? Okay. I was just waiting for the high sign, sorry. We're so thankful to have you here today supporting the arts at Port Richmond High School. We have a great performance today. We'll let you know about some of our upcoming shows as well. We thank you so much for supporting the students. Today we have an amazing orchestra here, so let's give a nice round of applause to Mr. Scarano in the pit. We'll share with you some of our events and activities that are coming up throughout the rest of the performing arts season. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask if you could please put your phones on Do Not Disturb or on airplane, because it does interfere with the signals of our microphones. Last night, everybody was able to put them on airplane mode, and the sound was much more better. We are also streaming I know I sounded so bad, much more better. And I'm a teacher. But the stream is great. We stream it live, and we'll also be able to send that out to you later on in the coming days if you're on the Port Richmond High School Performing Arts mailing list. All right, without further ado, as they say in the theater, please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy A Chorus Line.
Let's go, guys!
Do it more better.
Again, step, kick, kick, leap, kick, touch. 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 Right, that connects with turn, turn, out, in, jump, step, step, kick, kick, leap, kick, touch. Let's do the whole combination, facing away from the mirror. From the top, please. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm gonna put you into your groups now. When I call your number, I'll tell you where you're gonna be in the formation.
Oh God, I don't remember my number.
Right, when I find a number without a person, it's you. Okay, girls first. Number 2, downstage. Number 9, upstage. Number 10, downstage. Number 23. 23, Judy Turner.
23.
Number 37, downstage. Number 60, upstage.
God, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. How many people does he need? How many people does he need? God, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. How many boys, how many girls? How many boys, how many girls? Look at all the people. At all the people. How many people does he need? How many boys, how many girls? How many people does he need?
Please God, I need this job. I've got to get this job.
Okay, boys, stage left. Let's do the ballet combination. First group of girls, second group follow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Deanna, you're dancing with your tongue again.
Sorry.
Next group.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Boys, and
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
God, I really blew it. I really blew it. How could I do a thing like that? How could I do a thing like that? I'll never make it. I'll never make it. He doesn't like the way I look. He doesn't like the way I dance. He doesn't like the way I...
hold it, stop.
Excuse me. I think I know the steps, but could you have somebody do it in the front, please?
Lori, do it in the front, please.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Girl in maroon, much better, but still too much tension. Face, neck, and shoulders relaxed, please. 5, 6, 7, 8. Dance out, dance out. Hold it, stop it. Sheila, do me a favor. You, dance upstage. You, downstage, please. 5, 6, 7, 8. Sheila, do you even know the combination?
I knew it when I was in the front.
Okay, boys, stay in formation, please, and boy in the headband, head up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stay in formation this time. Boy in the headband, head up, please. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I really need this job. Please, God, I need this job. I've got to get this job.
Any Broadway shows?
No.
Broadway shows.
Touring company.
Okay, I'm eliminating down. When I call your number, please form a line. Girls first. Number 2. Number 9. Number 10. Number 23, Judy Turner, right? Number 37, 149, 152, 179, 81, and Cassie. Other girls, thank you very much for coming. I'm terribly sorry. Boys, number 17, number 5, 44, 45, 63, 67, 81, and of course 84. Other boys, I'm sorry. Lori.
God, I think I've got it. I think I've got it. I knew he liked me all the time.
I want your pictures and resumes, please.
Sailing isn't over. It isn't over. I can't imagine what he wants. I can't imagine what he wants. God, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. I've come so far, but even so, it could be yes, it could be no. How many people does he? I really need this job. Please, God, I need my help. I've got to get this job.
Lori, collect the pictures and resumes, please.
Who am I anyway? Am I my resume? That is a picture of a person I don't know. What does he want from me? What should I try to be? So many faces all around, and here we go. I need this job. Oh God, I need this job.
Today, I want you to tell me your stage name, real name if it's different, and I'd also like to know where you were born and how old you are.
Terrific.
Fabulous. Excuse me, sir. Do we really have to? I mean, it's not really polite to ask a lady her age.
Well, being polite doesn't interest me. Your age does. And I want to know your age. Okay, let's go down the line. We'll start on the end, stage right, please.
Oh, 28.
Start with your name and step forward.
My name is Doniker, Kansas City, Kansas.
Next, please.
Winslow?
Louder.
Maggie Winslow? Also known as Margaret Margie Peggy. All the above. Whatever. It's real. And I was born in San Mateo, California on a Thursday evening at 10:40 p.m. on August 17th. And I'm 25.
I'm Michelle Costa. It used to be Costa Colombo. I was born in Trenton, New Jersey on the 4th of July. I'm 24.
Next, please.
Connie McKenzie. It's always been Connie McKenzie. And I was born in Greenville, North Carolina.
Your age, Miss McKenzie?
Well, go on, Miss McKenzie.
December 5th, 4,642. Year of the chicken.
Next, please.
My real name is Sidney Kenneth Beckenstein. My Jewish name is Rachmel Levben Yakov Meyer Beckenstein. And my professional name is Gregory Gardner. Very East Side, and I don't deny it. I'm 32.
Cassie? Zach, can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure, go ahead.
I meant privately.
Not right now, Cassie. I'm running about an hour
But I
behind.
really think we should talk.
Next!
My name is Sheila Bryant. Really, Sarah Rosemary Bryant, which I really hate. I was born in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and I'm gonna be 30 real soon, and I'm real glad.
My name is Robert Charles Joseph Henry Mills III. That's my real name, too. I come from upstate near New York, near Buffalo. I can't remember the name of the town. I've blocked it out. I was born 25 years ago.
My name is Baby Bensenheimer, and I know I gotta change it. I'm 22, and I come from Boston, and here I am. Well, my name is Judy Turner, but my real name, though, is Lana Turner. I'm just kidding. It's always been Judy Turner, and I'm 26. Oh, and I'm from El Paso, Texas.
Good. Next.
My name's Richie Walters. I'm 27. I was born on the full moon in Hercules, Missouri, and I'm black.
I'm Alan DeLuca. I'm 30, and I come from the Bronx.
I'm Christine Urick, really Christine Evelyn Urick, and I'll be 23 on September 1.
Tell them where you're from.
Oh, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, and my married name is DeLuca.
Why, I didn't know, Al. Congratulations to both of you.
Thanks.
Next, please.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm Valerie Clark. But my parents think I'm Margaret Mary Houlihan. Couldn't you just die? Anyways, I come from the middle of nowhere, a little town called Arlington, Vermont. Bye-bye.
How old are you?
Old. No, 25.
Mark Anthony. Really, Mark Philip Lawrence Sabori. Tempe, Arizona, I'm 20.
Oh, jeez.
And if I get this show, I'll work real hard.
Oh, brother.
Oh, don't let him bug you, honey.
Paul San Marco. It's my stage name. My real name is Efren Ramirez. I was born in Spanish Harlem, and I'm 27.
My name is Diana Morales. And I didn't change it because I figured ethnic was in. 27. You got that? And I was born in a Hollywood bed in the Bronx.
Well, go on, Diana.
Go on. What? Oh, you don't know how tall I am? The color of my eyes or how many shows I've done? I just gave you my picture, my resume. Everything you need to know is right there.
I know that. Now tell me what's not on it.
Like, what?
Talk about yourself.
Talk about what?
Why don't you tell me about the Bronx?
What's to tell about the Bronx? It's uptown and to the right.
What did you do there?
In the Bronx? Mostly waiting to get out.
What made you start dancing, Diana?
Who knows? I have rhythm. I'm Puerto Rican. I've always jumped around and danced. Hey, do you want to know if I can act? Give me a scene to read. I'll act. I'll perform. But I just can't talk. Please, I'm too nervous.
Then relax a little.
Look, I really don't mind talking, but I just can't be the first. Please?
You want this job, don't you, Diana?
Well, sure, I want the job.
All right, Diana. Back in line, please. Before we do any more dancing, and we will be dancing some more, let me explain something. I'm looking for a strong dancing chorus. I need people that look terrific together and that can work together as a group. But there are some small parts that have to be played by the dancers I hire. Now, I have your pictures and resumes, and I know what shows you've been in. But that's not going to help me at all. And I don't want to give you just a few lines to read. I think it would be better if I knew something about all of you, about your personalities. I'm going to ask you a few questions. I just want you to talk. Treat it like an interview. I don't want you to think you have to perform. I just want to hear you talk and be yourselves. And everybody, just relax as much as you guys can. Yes, Sheila.
How many people do you want?
4 and 4.
44? No, 4 and 4.
4 boys and 4 girls.
Need any women?
Okay, Michelle, I'll start with you.
Me? Don't you want to start at the end?
No, I'll start with you, and relax a little.
I could, if you started at the end. What do you want to know?
What do you want to tell me?
I'd like to tell you to start at the end. I can't think of a thing.
Well, yes, you can. Why did you start dancing, Michelle?
Oh, because my sister did. See, I come from this big Italian family. My grandmother would always be hanging out the window, leaning on a little pillow. Because that's what Italian grandmothers do, hang out windows. I was the last of 12. I was in accident. At least that's what my sister told me. Oh, that was the sister, Rosalie. She was the one who started taking dance lessons. My mother would always take her every Saturday, and she would take me along. I liked going.
How old were you, Michelle?
4. And I'd sit there, all perky. I'm watching sis go pitter-pat. Said I could do that. I could do that. Knew every step right off the bat. Said I could do that. I could do that. One morning sis won't go to dance class. I grab her shoes and tighten them off, but my foot's too small, so I stuff her shoes with extra socks. Run 7 blocks in nothing flat. Hell, I can do that. I can run. I got to class and had it made, and so I stayed the rest of my life. All thanks to sis. Now I'm married and fat. I can do this. Whoa! That I can do. I can do that. And then everybody started calling me Twinkle Toes.
Well, did that bother you?
Nah, figured let them say what they want.
I don't buy one bit of that, Michelle.
Well, sure it bothered me. I didn't want anybody calling me Twinkle Toes just because I took a couple of dance lessons.
Okay, Michelle, back in line, please. Bobby, you're on.
Well, actually, I don't know how I turned out as fabulous as I did. You see, when I was 5, I was playing jacks, and the car fell on my head.
Bobby, are we going to do the whole routine now?
No, moving along, moving right along. Well, let's see. Do you want to know all the wonderful and exciting things that have happened to me in my life? Or do you want the truth?
I think I'll take the truth, Bobby.
Well, I come from this quasi-middle, upper-middle family type home. I can never figure out which, but it was real boring. I mean, we had money, but no taste. You know that kind of house with astroturf out in the patio? That's fine. I was the strange one.
How strange, Bobby?
Real strange. I used to love to give garage recitals, bizarre recitals. This one time I was doing Frankenstein as a musicale, and I spray painted this kid silver all over. And they had to rush him to the hospital because he had that thing where your pores can't breathe. Luckily he lived because I didn't spray paint the soles of his feet, and
what if I'm next? What if I'm next? What am I gonna do? I haven't got a clue. I've gotta think of something. What does he want? What does he want? Stories from the past. I better find one fast.
What should I say? What can I tell him?
And as I got older, I just kept getting stranger and stranger. I used to go down to this busy intersection near my house at rush hour and direct traffic. I just wanted to see if anybody would notice me. Oh, that's when I started breaking into people's houses. I wouldn't steal anything. I just rearranged their furniture and
orphan at 3, mother and dad both gone, raised by a sweet ex-con, tied up and starved at 7. Seriously? Seriously. Nothing to obscene. I better keep it clean.
What should I say? What can I tell him?
School? You want to hear about school? Well, I went to PS shit. I was the type of kid that was always getting slammed in the lockers, and not just by the students, the teachers too. Oh, and sports. I hated sports, and sports was a big thing. I mean, it was Jock City out there, but I didn't make one team. See, I couldn't catch a ball if it had Elmer's glue on it. And when my father had to be this big ex-football hero, he was so disappointed. He didn't know what to tell his friends, and
got him a wreck, I don't know where to start. I'm gonna fall apart. Why, I've gotta think of something. Who were the boys? What were my toys? How will I begin? And why am I so thin?
What should I say? What can I tell him?
And my mother kept saying, if you don't stop setting your brother on fire, we're gonna have to send you away.
Okay, Bobby, back in line, please. Sheila, you're up.
Yes? You want me?
Yes.
He wants me.
To talk, Sheila.
Right. What do you want to know about me first?
Why are you in this business?
Well, I wanted to be a prima ballerina because the light. What color is that? Do you have anything softer?
Don't worry about the lights, Sheila. Just talk, please.
Well, like I said, I wanted to be a prima ballerina because my mother was a ballerina until my father made her give it up.
Sheila, come down stage. Closer, please.
Can I sit in your lap?
You always come on like this, Sheila.
No, sometimes I'm aggressive. Actually, I'm a Leo.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means the other 11 months of the year have to watch out. I'm very strong.
Maybe too strong.
Am I doing something you don't like? You told me to be myself.
Just bring it down, please.
Bring what down?
Your attitude. Tell me about your parents.
My parents?
Your father?
Him?
Your mother.
My mother was raised a little nun. She couldn't go out. She couldn't even babysit.
Sheila, don't perform. Just talk, please.
And she wanted to be a ballerina, and she had all these scholarships and all that. And when she got married to my father, he made her give it up. Isn't this exciting? And then she had this daughter, me. And she made her what she wanted to be. And she was fabulous the way she did it. Do you want to know how she did it?
Yes, but first, your hair.
What? You don't like?
No. Let it down, please.
That's what I've been trying to do this whole time. Better?
Better. Go on.
Oh, how she did it. Well, first she took me to see all the ballets. And then she gave me her old toe shoes, which I used to run down the sidewalk in on my toes at 5. And then I saw the red shoes. And oh, I wanted to be that lady, that redhead. And then when she saw I really had to dance, she said, you can't do it until you're 8. And by then I was already 6, and I said, but I've got to dance. I mean anything to get out of my house, really.
What?
Nothing.
Did you just say?
I just said I wanted to get out my house.
Why?
The truth?
Sure, you're strong enough.
Well, let's face it, my family scene was, not good. Daddy always thought that he married beneath him. That's what he said, that's what he said. When proposing for my mother, it was probably her very last chance. And though she was 22, she married him.
life, my dad wasn't ever a picnic, more like a come as you are. When I was 5, I remember my mother dug urines out of the car. I knew that they weren't hers, but it wasn't something you want to discuss. He wasn't warm. Well, not to her. Well, not to us. To everything was beautiful at the ballet. Graceful men lift lovely girls in white. Yes, everything was beautiful at the ballet. I was happy at the ballet. That's when I started class. Up a steep and very narrow stairway to the voice like a metronome. Up a steep and very narrow stairway. It was in paradise. Was in paradise. It was in paradise, but it was home. Mother always said I'd be very attractive when I grew up, when I grew up. Different, she said, with a special something in a very, very personal flair. And though I was 8 or 9, though I was 8 or 9, though I was 8 or 9, I hated her. Now, different is nice, but it sure isn't pretty. Pretty is what it's about. I never met anyone who was different, who couldn't figure that out. So beautiful, I never lived to see. But it was clear, if not to her, well then to me, that everyone is beautiful at the ballet. Every prince has got to have his swan. Yes, everyone is beautiful at the ballet. I was pretty at the ballet. Up a steep and very narrow stairway to the voice like a metronome. Up the steep and very narrow stairway. Was in paradise. It was in paradise. Was in paradise. But it was home. I don't know what they were for or against, really, except each other. I mean, I was born to save their marriage. But when my father came to pick my mother up at the hospital, he said, well, I thought this was going to help, but I guess it's not. Anyway, I did have a fantastic fantasy life. I used to dance around the living room with my arms up, like this. My fantasy was that it was an Indian chief, and he'd say to me, Maggie, do you want to dance? And I'd say, Daddy, I would love to dance. Do-do-do-do, but it was clear, do-do-do, when he proposed, do-do-do, that I was born to have their marriage and when. That's what he said. Do-do-do, that's what she said. I used to dance around the living room. Do-do-do, he wasn't warm. Do-do-do, not to her. Do-do-do, was an Indian chief and he'd say, hey, do you wanna dance? I'd say, Daddy, I would love. Everything was beautiful at the ballet. Raise your arms and someone's always there. Yes, everything was beautiful at the ballet. At the ballet.
Okay, Steen?
Oh no, me?
That's what he said.
Well, oh God, I don't know where to begin.
Tell him how you started.
Oh! Well, everybody says that when I was little, every time I heard on the radio, I would just get up and start dancing. And, oh, this man, he came around my house selling,
lessons.
Oh! And he was a terrific salesman. I'll never forget it. He put me up against his television set. It was one of those great big square things. He turned me around. He picked up my foot. He touched it to the back of my head and said, "This little girl could be a star." Well, I don't know if it was a look on my face or the fact that I wouldn't let go of his leg, but my mother saw how much it meant to me. I mean, I watched everything on television that had dancing on it. Especially, oh God. Every Sunday it was,
Ed Sullivan.
Oh, right, Ed Sullivan. Every Sunday, like church. And, I'm sorry, it's just, I'm terribly nervous.
That's all right, Christine. Just take a minute and pull yourself together.
Well, for her, this is together.
He's right. But anyway, I always knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to be like all those people in the movies. Only it's funny, I never wanted to be Ann Miller. I wanted to be Doris Day. Except I had this little,
Problem.
See, I really couldn't sing. I could never really sing. What I couldn't do was I had trouble with them. It was all around my
throat.
It's terrifying. See, I really couldn't hear which note was lower or was
higher.
Which is why I disappear if someone says, "Let's start off
quiet."
Hey, when I begin to
shriek,
it's a cross between
squeak,
and a quiver or a
moan.
It's a little like a
croak,
or the record player,
croak,
but it doesn't have it.
tone.
Oh, I know you're thinking, what a crazy.
Ding-a-ling.
But I really couldn't
Sing,
I could never really
sing,
what I couldn't do was
sing. Three blind mice.
3 blind mice. It isn't intentional.
She's doing her best. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. It really blows my mind.
She gets depressed.
But when I lack in pitch, I sure make up in
power.
And all my friends say that I am perfect for the shower. Still, I'm terrific at it.
Dance,
Where they're peeing in there.
pants,
I'm a birdie on a
wing.
But when I begin to
Chirp,
they say, "Who's a little?"
twerk,
Going pong instead of
ping.
And when Christmas comes and all my friends go
caroling.
It is so disheartening. It is so disquieting. It is so discouraged.
Sing.
Darling, please stop answering.
Ring.
See, I really couldn't.
Sing.
I could never really
Sing.
What I couldn't do was
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. La, la. Sing, 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 sing,
Okay, Alan, Christine, back in the line. Mark.
Well, I get the feeling that most of you knew what you wanted to do. Me, I didn't. I was just a kid for a while. Oh, then one day, well, my father had this fabulous library in the back of the house. And when I was about 11, I guess, I found this medical textbook. It had pictures of the male and female anatomy. Well, I thought that was pretty interesting. I used to read that book a lot.
Were you really interested in the medicine, or were you just into the pictures, Mark?
No, I...
Hello,
changes all.
Tell me more above all. Time to down, to break out.
It's a mess.
It's a mess. Time to go.
Time to go.
SOS.
SOS.
To your
What for? There's a lot I am not certain of. Hello 12, hello 13, hello love.
And from the book, I diagnosed my own appendicitis. Next day I went to our doctor down the block. Sure enough, acute appendicitis. They rushed me right to the hospital. Well, I figured this book would cover everything the rest of my life. And when I was 13, I was
4 foot 10, 4 foot 10. That's the story of my life. I remember when everybody was my size. Boy, was that great. But then everybody started moving up, and there I was, stuck at 4 foot 10, 4 foot 10. And I kept hoping and praying. I used to hang from a parallel bar by the hour, hoping I stretched just an inch more. Cause I was into dancing then, and I was good. And I wanted so much to grow up to be a prima ballerina. Then I went out for cheerleader, and they told me, no dice, you'll get lost on the football field. The pom-poms are bigger than you. I spent my whole childhood waiting for
one little part, and they called me Stinky for 3 years. Goodbye 12, goodbye 13, hello love. Oh, down below, up above. La la la, la la, you show me yours. La la,
seeing Daddy naked.
time to go, time to go. La la la.
Mom and Dad were doing it.
I'm gonna be a movie star.
You see, the only thing about me that grew was my desire. I was never gonna be Maria Tochi. I was just this peanut on point. That was my whole trip. My size, it still is. God, my last show, I was 32 and I played a 14-year-old brat.
Aha, the year of the chicken. Wait, did you say 32?
So I got caught, but I don't look it, and I shouldn't knock it because I've always been able to work. From the time I was 5 in summer stock, up till now I never stopped, cause whatever I am.
So excited, because I'm going to be going to the High School of Performing Arts. I was dying to be a serious actress. Anyway, it's the first day of acting class and we're in the auditorium, and the teacher, Mr. Karp. Oh, Mr. Karp. Anyway, he puts us up on the stage with our legs around each other, one in back of the other. And he says, okay, we're going to do improvisations. Now, you're on a bobsled, it's snowing out, and it's cold. Okay, go. Every day for a week we would try to feel the motion down the hill. Every day for a week we would try to hear the wind rush, feel the chill. So I dug right down to the bottom of my soul to see what I had inside. Yes, I dug right down to the bottom of my soul, and I tried. And everybody's going, whoosh, whoosh. I feel the snow, I feel the cold, I feel the air. And Carp turns to me and he says, okay, Morales, what did you feel? And I said, nothing, I'm feeling nothing. And he says nothing could get a girl transferred. They all felt something, but I felt nothing except the feeling that this bullshit was absurd. But I said to myself, hey, it's only the first week. Maybe it's genetic. They don't have bobsleds in San Juan. Second week, more advanced, and we had to be a table, be a sports car, ice cream cone. Mr. Carp, he would say very good, except Morales. Try Morales, all alone. So I dug right down to the bottom of my soul to see how an ice cream felt. Yes, I dug right down to the bottom of my soul, and I tried. kids yelled nothing. They called me nothing and carp allowed it, which really makes me burn. They were so helpful. They called me hopeless until I really didn't know where else to turn. And Carp kept saying, Morales, I think you should transfer to Girls High. You'll never be an actress, never. Jesus Christ. Went to church, praying Santa Maria, send me guidance on my knees. Went to church, praying Santa Maria, help me feel it, pretty please. And a voice from down at the bottom of my soul came up to the top of my head. And a voice from down at the bottom of my soul, here is what it said. This man is nothing. This course is nothing. If you want something, go find a better class. And when you find one, you'll be an actress. And I assure you that's what finally came to pass. 6 months later, I heard that Carp had died. And I dug right down to the bottom of my soul and cried. 'Cause I felt nothing. I mean, I didn't want him to die or anything, but...
The summer I turned 15, I lied about my age so I could join AGFA. You know, the nightclub union. 'Cause I can make $60 a week working these dance joints out to the New York City. I worked this one club for about 8 weeks straight, and I really became friendly with this dancer. Her name was Lola Latours, and let me tell you, she really took to me. Anyway, she used to come and pick me up in her big pink Cadillac convertible, and I'd come tripping out of the house, my little tuxedo on and my tap shoes in my hand, and woo! We'd just drop the off down the block, long, flaming in my hair, blowing the wind.
What do I pay for all those lessons? Dance for grandma, dance for grandma. I know that's all it's real sexy. Boggle it out, steam a queen and pop and
Watch the car.
You've got nothing to hold it up.
Rock in the basement with painted clay.
Tits. When am I gonna grow tits?
If Troy Donahue can be a movie star, then I can be a movie star.
Well, when the guys on the block saw Lola, they all wanted to know what the story was. So I told them about this big, hot romance we were having, but actually she was off going with this
Little brat! That's what my sister was, a little brat! And that's why I shaved her head. I'm glad I shaved her head. But then my father lost his job, and so we had to leave El Paso and we wound up in St. Louis, Missouri. Well, it was the furthest thing from my mind to be a dancer, but my mother would embarrass me. So when she come and pick me up at school with all those great big yellow roads in her hair, no matter how much I beg her, and she'd say, "What? Are you ashamed of your own mother?" But the thing that made my daddy laugh so much was when I used to jump and dance around the living room. Please take his message to Mother from me. Carry it
Dad would take them on to Roseland. She'd come home with her shoes in her hand.
Always in the kitchen, coming all my time.
take after your father's side of the family the ugly side.
Wait until your father gets home.
And it was the first time I've ever seen a dead body. But then when I was about 15, the most terrible thing happened. The Ted Mack Amateur Hour held auditions in St. Louis, and I didn't hear about it till after they had gone. And I remember noticing boys for the first time. Anyway, I do remember practicing kissing with Leslie. Well, she was my best girlfriend. Did any of you ever practice kissing with another girl? So that when the time came, you know how to? No? Oh my God.
Judy?
Did you, girl?
Yeah, but just a couple of times.
Oh, hell, count me in. Thank goodness. Anyway, I do remember.
And then there was the time I was making out in the back seat with Sally Ketchum. We were necking, and I was feeling her boobs. And after about an hour or so, she says, "Woo! Don't you want to feel anything else?" And I suddenly thought to myself, no, I don't.
Was that really a surprise to you?
I guess, yeah. It was probably the first time I realized I was a homosexual. And I got so depressed because I thought being gay meant being an outcast the rest of my life. A bum. And I said, gee, I'll never get to wear nice clothes. And I was really into clothes then. I had this pair of powder fake Garrity pants.
What am I gonna say when he calls on me?
My only adolescence, my only adolescence, my only adolescence, my only adolescence.
Suddenly I'm 17, and suddenly I'm 17, and suddenly there's a lot I am not certain of. Goodbye twine, goodbye mercy. Hello.
Imagine me, this kindergarten teacher. And I thought, shit!
Shit, Richie!
Shit!
Shit, Richie!
Oh, what are you gonna be?
Shit, Richie!
You get
Shit, Richie!
out there. Ain't nobody gonna be that with no scholarship to life. And I was gay.
Shit, Richie!
Yeah, yeah.
Shit, Richie! My princess gone! My ripple's gone! My childhood is gone! Goodbye! Goodbye 12! Goodbye 13! Goodbye 14! Goodbye 15! Goodbye 16! Goodbye 17! Hello, love! Go to it! 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 And now life really begins. Go to it! And now life really begins. It really begins. Now life begins. Your life begins. Your life begins. Go to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, there'll be a brief 15-minute intermission.
got sensitive skin. I have to like run here out straight up the shower. Probably I might break out, but I like my lips are so dry. You have eczema too?
Yeah.
Oh.
It just doesn't as much as like you see it because it can
understand why like night great, so great, and I'm making mistakes that I never made in person.
Yeah, I think it's because like I do the same thing. I think it's because like I sometimes
But like I'm focused on like I don't know, focus on the things that I got wrong and then the things that I got right. I'm like, yeah, I see in 2 and 4. I don't know. But
Before we start Act 2, we just want to give some acknowledgments. First and foremost to all of our Port Richmond High School Theater Company benefactors whose names are in the program. We thank them so much for their support of the arts here at Port Richmond High School. Let's give them a round of applause. As well as our three largest contributing groups. We have first and foremost our community partner with NYCID, New York Center for Interpersonal Development. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you to the Joseph Inc. Foundation. The Joseph, their family for years have been connected to Port Richmond High School, and Joe's daughters were part of the arts programs here at Port Richmond, and they made contributions to our performing arts programs for the last 2 years. We're so thankful for them. Let's give them a round of applause. And the Live Like Lisa Foundation in the house, thank you so much for your love and support each and every year. Port Richmond Strong in the building. Thank you, Port Richmond Strong, for being here. Port Richmond Strong Civic Group. And a big thanks to Borough Arts Director Jessica Engelhardt for being in attendance today. We appreciate you, and always thank you for all the work you do on the island with all of the incredible art students. And if you didn't get a chance, everybody, throughout the year, you can find out details on how to attend the Borough Arts Festival that takes place at the St. George Theater. Jessica and so many of her staff members work together tirelessly to bring all the arts from all the public schools together on one stage, the grandest stage on Staten Island, the St. George Theater. So look for that in the spring. Thank you, Jessica, for all your work and what you do. We also want to shout out that our students are going to be performing tomorrow at the Miss Staten Island, Miss Richmond County pageant. They're going to be doing a number from the show, so we thank them for inviting us as well. And we thank you for your support in our 50-50, which is going towards Bernard Veneziano Scholarship in honor of a Port Richmond Raider who passed. And we're doing his memorial tree lighting on December 4th outside the parking lot behind our school across from Lacey's Bridge Tavern. And on December the 7th, we invite you to consider coming out to our Port Richmond High School PTA Holiday Basket and Fair auction event. It's going to be great from 11 to 3 in our cafeteria, so please consider coming out for that as well. Finally, a big shout out to our hardest working musicians in the city, our Port Richmond band students and music department. Some are in the pit, some are in the marching band, jazz band, wind ensemble, and so many other traveling programs. We just love them. They've worked so hard throughout the year, parades, but specifically during the month of December, they're going to do like 15 events in the 12 days of school that we have. So let's give them a round of applause as well. All righty, it's time for the second act. Please put your hands together one more time for the cast and the orchestra of A Chorus Line.
Okay, Val, you're next.
So the day after I turned 18, I kissed the folks goodbye, got on a Trailways bus, and headed for the big, bad apple. Because I wanted to be a Rockette. Oh yeah, let's get one thing straight. I never heard about the Red Shoes. I never saw the Red Shoes. I didn't give a fuck about the Red Shoes. I wanted to be a Rockette. Because this girl in my hometown, Luella Heiner, had actually gotten out and made it to New York. And she was a Rockette. Well, she came home one time to visit, and they gave her a parade. A goddamn parade. I had to twirl a baton for 2 hours in the rain. Unfortunately, though, she got knocked up over Christmas. Merry Christmas! And never made it back to Radio City. That was my plan. New York, here I come. Except I had one minor problem. See, I was ugly as sin. I was ugly, skinny, homely, unattractive, and flat as a pancake. Get the picture? Anyways, I got off this bus with $87 in my pocket and 7 years of tapping acrobatics. I could do a 180-degree split and come up tapping the Morse code. Well, with that kind of talent, I figured the mayor would be waiting for me at Port Authority. Wrong. I had to wait 6 months for an audition. Well, finally, the big day came. I showed up at the music hall with my red patent leather tap shoes, and I did my little tap routine. And this man says to me, "Can you do fan kicks?" Well, sure, I could do terrific fan kicks, but they weren't good enough. Of course, he was telling me that it was the way I looked, not the fan kicks. So I said, "Fuck you, Radio City and the Rockettes. I'm gonna dance on Broadway." Well, Broadway, same story. I mean, every audition, I could dance rings around the other girls and find myself in the back alley with the other rejects. But after a while, I caught on. I mean, I had eyes. I saw what they were hiring. I also swiped my dance card once, after an audition. And on a scale of 10, they gave me, for dance, 10. For looks, 3. Well, dance 10, looks 3, and I'm still on unemployment, dancing for my own enjoyment. That ain't it, kid, that ain't it, kid. Dance 10, looks 3, it's like to die. Left the theater and called the doctor for my appointment to buy tits and ass. Bought myself a fancy hair, tighten up the derriere, did the nose with it, all that goes with it, tits and ass. Had the bingo bongos done, suddenly I'm getting national tours. This and that can change your life, it's sure changed mine. You're all staring at them now, aren't you?
They aren't that big.
I heard that, you bitch. I didn't want them like yours, I wanted them in proportion.
Well, you got what you paid for. I wouldn't mind just having one of those.
Well, go out and buy 'em. Have it all done, honey. Take my word. Grab a cab, come on, see the wizard on Park and 73rd. For tits and ass, orchestra and balcony. What they want is what you see. Keep the best of you, do the rest of you. Pits or class, I have never seen it fail. Debutante or chorus girl or what? This and that, yes, tits and ass can change my life.
Paul,
Sir?
would you step out of line, please? When did you start dancing, Paul?
Not until very late.
Why is that?
I don't know why. I just didn't.
Well, what did you do?
Nothing much.
Come on, Paul. You must have done something. How old were you when you did start dancing?
I was 16.
Well, what did you do up until the time you were 16? I mean, how was your family life like?
We were
close.
Close brothers, sisters.
2 sisters. One died when I was 14.
How?
I really don't want to talk about it. I mean, why do I have to talk about that?
Lori, can we please sit down? Zach, can the kids sit down now?
And smoke! Can the adults please smoke?
All right, everybody, take a break out in the hallway. Paul, we'll try this again later. Cassie, stay on stage, please.
Well, this audition is really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. What are you doing here, Cassie?
What do you think? I need a job.
In the chorus?
Oh, Zach, I'd love a part, of course, but I'll take what I could get.
You're too good for the chorus, Cassie.
Too good. I did a couple of dance parts, so what?
You were featured. You stopped 2 shows cold. Your career was fine here in New York.
I can't get a job, Zach. God, you sound like my friends, my fans. Acting like I'm some kind of star and don't know it yet. When the truth is, I never even came close. And nobody has the guts to tell me that. Well, it would be nice to be a star, but I'm not. I'm a dancer. Give me somebody to dance for. Give me somebody to show. Let me wake up in the morning to find I have somewhere exciting to go.
So you're going through a slow period, Cassie. It happens to everyone. Something will happen.
That's what I kept telling myself in California. And I kept telling myself that and telling myself that. Well, nothing will happen. I can't act.
What did you just say?
I can't act. And there I am in California, supposed to be this actress. Well, it didn't take me long to find out I couldn't act, and it didn't take Hollywood long either.
You didn't work out there.
Oh, sure. A rotten part in a so-so film. The part ended up getting cut. Thank God. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I was a go-go dancer in the TV movie of the week. Commercials! I almost got to squeeze a roll of toilet paper. But I lost out in the finals. Isn't that something? 17 years in the business, and I end up flunking toilet paper squeezing. I was a dancing band-aid. That was fun. We had an earthquake. I got a terrific tan, and I'm sure you heard about...
I did hear you were going out with some big agent, being a bit wild, running around, carrying on.
Well, when you're a woman of leisure, what else is there to do but run around and get a bit wild? Not to mention getting fat and going crazy. Which is why I came back to New York, Zach. I need a job. To have something that I can believe in. To have someone to be. Use me, choose me.
I just can't see you dancing in the chorus, Cassie.
Why not?
Listen, you need some money? Please, call my business manager.
Who doesn't need money, Zach? But I do not need a handout. I need a job. I need a job, Zach, and I don't know any other way to say it. Do you want me to say it again?
No.
Fine. We got that far. Look, I haven't worked in 2 years. Not really. Which is why I'm back to New York, Zach. I'm putting myself on the line again. Zach, I'm putting myself on your line. I don't want to wait on tables, and what I really do not want to do is to teach other people how to do what I should be doing myself. God! I'm a dancer. A dancer dances. Give me somebody to dance with. Give me a place to fit in. Help me return to the world of the living by showing me how to begin. Play me the music. Give me the chance to come through. All I ever needed was the music.
love and the rest of the crap will get some. Put me to work, you would think that by now I'm allowed. I'll do you proud. Throw me the rope to grab onto. Help me to prove that I'm strong. Give me the chance to look forward to singing. Hey, listen, they're playing my song. Play me the music. Give me the chance to come through. All I ever needed was the music and the mirror and the chance to dance.
You can't go back to the chorus, Cassie. That's not the answer.
I'm not trying to go back. I'm trying to start over. I'll settle for that. Starting over.
Starting over? We can't do that.
What? You're talking about...
No, I'm not,
Yes,
Cassie.
you are. You're talking about us.
Cassie, can we just keep this business?
By all means, Zach. Business. Who's here for anything else anyway? But work. Work, Zach.
Well, you shouldn't have come. You don't fit in. You don't dance like anybody else. You don't know how, Cassie.
But I did years ago, and I can do it again. You're not even gonna let me try?
Excuse me. Zach, are you ready for the kids now?
No. Take the kids to the basement and teach them the lyrics to that number. Oh, and send Paul in, please. All right, Cassie, go with Lori and learn the lyrics.
Thank you.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, Paul. I'm really impressed by the way you dance. No, I really mean it, Paul. So let's try this again. For one thing, if you're gonna change your name, why go from a Puerto Rican name to an Italian one?
Because I don't look it. People always say, you don't look Puerto Rican. You don't look Puerto Rican. But I am.
So you figured you looked Italian, Paul?
No. I just wanted to be somebody new.
Paul, what was the reason for wanting to become someone new?
Well, I'm not exactly proud of my past.
Well, that's what the word means, Paul. Past.
That might be easy for you to say, but...
Wait a minute. Listen. What made you start acting? Was it your parents?
No. What do Puerto Ricans know about that? But my dad loved movies. And he'd take us all the time. I worked nights, so we'd come home and we'd go down to 42nd Street. And we'd come out of one movie and go to another. And another movie. I don't know why, but I loved musicals.
How old were you?
7 or 8.
On 42nd Street, Paul?
Yeah. It was a trip. And, well.
Listen, this is too rough for you, Paul. I have your picture and resume right here.
No. Okay. From seeing all those movie musicals, I used to dance on the street. And I'd get caught all the time. God, it was embarrassing. I was always Sid Charisse. Always. Which I didn't really understand because I always wanted to be an actor. I mean, I wanted to perform. I remember my cousin told me, "You'll never be an actor." And I knew she was telling me this because I was such a sissy. I mean, I was terribly effeminate. I always knew I was gay, but that didn't bother me. What bothered me was that I didn't know how to be a boy. One day, I looked at myself in the mirror and said, "You're 14 years old and you're gay. What are you going to do with your life?" I was in Cardinal Hayes High School. There were 3,000 boys there. I had no protection anymore. No homeroom where I could be charming and funny with the tough guys so they'd fight my battles for me, like when I went to smaller schools. I liked school. My grades got so bad. Even if I knew the answers to questions, I wouldn't raise my hand because I was afraid they would laugh at me. But I really didn't want to. I just couldn't take it anymore. See, when I quit school, what I was doing was trying to figure out who I was and how to be a man. You know, there are a lot of people in this world who don't know how to be men. And since then, I found out that I am one. I was looking for the wrong thing. I was trying to learn how to be butch. Anyways, someone told me they were looking for male dancers for their jewel box review. You know, the drag show. So I go down to audition. Now, from all those years of pretending I was Sid Charisse, I had this fabulous extension. And they said to me, "You're too short to be a boy. Would you like to be a pony?" And I said, "What's that?" "A girl." "What do I have to do?" "Show us your legs." But I have hair on my legs." "That's okay, come on upstairs." And so I went. And they brought out a pair of nylon stockings and high heels. It was freaky. It was incredible. And then they brought me back downstairs, and they said to me, "Oh, you have wonderful legs." And I said, "Really?" "Terrific." I was only 16 at the time, so I hid it from my parents. But I was finally in show business. Nothing to brag about, of course, but without an education, you can't get a good job. And it was a job. I had friends. We were at the Apollo Theater on 125th Street, doing 4 shows a day with the movie. It was really tacky. The show was going to Chicago, and my parents wanted to say goodbye, and they were going to bring me my luggage after the show. We were doing this number, and I looked like Anna May Wong. I had these 2 great big chrysanthemums on either side of my head, and a huge headdress with gold balls hanging all over it. I was going on for the finale, and as I was going downstairs, who should I see standing by the stage door? My parents. They got there too early. I freaked. I didn't know what to do. And then I thought to myself, I know. I'll just walk quickly past them like all the others and they'll never recognize me. So I took a deep breath. And as I started heading down those stairs, and I passed my mother, I heard her say, "Oh my God." Well, I died. But what could I do? I had to go on for the finale, so I just kept going. After the show, I went back to my dressing room. And after I finished getting dressed and taking all my makeup off, I went back downstairs. And there they were, standing in the middle of all these. And all they said to me was, "Please write. Make sure you eat. Take care of yourself." And as my parents were leaving, my father turned to the producer and he said, "Take care of my son." That was the first time he ever called me that. I'm sorry.
Zach? Are you ready for them now?
All right, bring them in.
Okay, kids, here we go. Everybody in.
This is the same combination we worked on earlier. It also goes with the lyrics you guys just learned. Now, this is important. I want to see unison dancing. Every head, arm, and body angle exactly the same. This is one of those numbers where you're backing the star. You're her frame. I don't want anyone to pull my eye. Now, let's review it. Five, six, seven, 8.
One singular sensation, every little step she takes. One thrilling combination, every move that she makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you know who. One moment in her presence, and you can't forget the rest. For the girl who's second best to none. Son, ooh, sigh, give her your attention. Do I really have to mention she's the one?
This is the whole combination, facing away from the mirror. Let me see the girls in the line. Tallest girls in the center, shorter girls on the ends, please. Lori, a hat, please.
Thank you, Lori.
5, 6, 7, 8. You're late, Cassie.
Every little step she takes.
Don't pop the head, Cassie.
Combination, every move that she
Short for
makes.
Maggie.
One smile and
Eyes front, Val.
nobody else.
Too much leg, Cassie.
You know you'll never be lonely when you know.
Too much leg again, Cassie.
Moment in her presence, and you can't forget the rest.
You're late on the turn,
For the
Cassie.
girl who's second best to know. So,
Don't pop the hip, Cassie.
your attention to my
Good placement, Sheila.
so.
You're out of line, Cassie. Boys. Cassie, do it again, please.
Singular sensation, every little step she takes.
Don't pop the head again, Cassie.
Every move that she makes. One smile and suddenly
job, Bobby.
nobody else will.
Too much leg, Cassie.
You know
You're late once again, Cassie. You're distorting the combination. Put it and cool it.
One moment in her presence, and you can't forget the rest. For the girl
You're late
who's
again.
second best.
Pull it in, cool it. Dance like everyone else, Cassie.
Ooh, sigh, give it your attention.
Job,
Do I really have to mention she's a
Good job, Mark.
What are you doing?
My job.
What?
Cassie, you got out of course when you were 22. What the hell makes you think you can go back now?
My sanity!
Cassie, you can't do it.
But I just did it! Zach, I pulled it, I danced! Like everybody else!
I know you did. To be perfectly honest, I couldn't stand it.
You know what? That is your problem. Why? Because you took me out of the chorus in the first place. Does it make you feel like some kind of failure?
Why did you leave?
Oh, so we're gonna get into that.
Why did you leave me? I came home one night and you were gone.
Why, Zach? You noticed.
Very funny, Cassie.
You'd already left me weeks before.
Left? We're living together.
No. Sharing the same apartment? Maybe? No, I mean in the real sense of the word, Zach. You left me weeks ago. You were madly in
I
love with
wasn't, you know I wasn't. I was directing my first play.
And you were in love with it! And often the only word that means anything to you.
You knew how important that was to me, Cassie. If I could pull off a straight show, it meant I wasn't be stuck doing dancing steps the rest of my life.
Zach, you were never gonna be stuck, and you know that. You were gonna make sure you did it all. Directed, choreographed, movies, plays, musicals. You were gonna do it all. I knew you loved work, but you really get off on it.
I guess I do. You didn't seem to mind it when we weren't working together. It was only when we weren't
Zach,
that.
I could have handled not being a part of your work. I loved you. It was not being a part of your life that got to me. You were moving up in the world and you wanted me right there with you. I was a good dancer. You wanted me to be a star.
Why shouldn't you be? Why shouldn't you be the best you can be? When I got out, I decided I was going to do everything.
Zach, that is not a decision. That's a disease. God! Good, better, best. How could you stand it? I hate it. Going from one show to the next, rehearsing them all 24 hours for the rest of your life. You know, you're not even doing it for yourself anymore. You're doing it to prove something like I was. I was doing it for you, Zach. To keep you, to please you. I want to do what I can for as long as I can. But at least now I'm doing it for me. Who are you doing it for?
One singular sensation.
I'm sorry. I have no right to
One
judge.
thrilling combination.
Why are we doing this? I mean, we must be over it by now, aren't we?
One smile and suddenly nobody else will do.
I am, Cassie.
Good. Then don't feel like you owe me any favors. Just treat me like everybody else.
Is this really what you want? Is this what you want to do for the rest of your life?
One moment in your presence, and you can't forget the rest. For the girl who's second best to none, son.
But you're special, Cassie.
No, Zach, we're all special. He's special, and she's special. Oh, Sheila, Richie, Connie. I would love to dance in that line. I'd be proud. I'll take the chorus if you'll take me.
Zach, who are we gonna hire?
I don't know.
Well, what are we gonna do?
Go over the tap combination with them.
Okay, everybody. I'm gonna put you into your groups now. I'll take Connie, Phoebe, Paul, and Cassie. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me see some smiles, not those phony cell smiles. I want to see the I love to dance smiles. Paul! Oh my God, Paul!
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What's wrong, Paul?
Nothing. I just.
Is it your ankle?
No, I think I.
Did you pull a muscle?
It's not your knee, is it?
An old injury.
Yeah, he just had it operated on last year. It's his cartilage.
Everyone stand back, give him some air.
Call a doctor.
Paul, who's your doctor?
No, really.
You should call a doctor.
Paul, who is your doctor?
I don't need a doctor.
Call Dr. Sidney Rhodes. 595-3765.
Lori, call him, please.
Dr. Sidney Rhodes. 595-3765.
Gonna be okay, Paul. Breathe in and relax.
You should put something under his knee.
Somebody get me a dance bag.
No, it's okay. I think I just twisted it.
You're gonna be fine, Paul. Breathe in slowly. Ready? Easy. Up.
Does anyone have a Darvon or a Valium?
I do.
Somebody get me a water.
I will.
Breathe in, Paul. It's all gonna be okay.
Yeah. But out of work, huh?
Look, I don't think you should give him that. You don't know what's wrong. Please, I've had 3 already today. The doctor said it would be quicker if we got him into the cab and over to St. Joseph's Hospital, rather than if they came here. They'll be waiting for him at the emergency entrance.
Right,
I'll go.
No.
I'll help you.
Fine. Ready? On my count. 1, 2, 3.
Where's his dance bag?
Which one's his?
Paul, I'll see you later. Lori, call me from the hospital. What do you do when you can't dance anymore?
What kind of a question is that?
Real heavy.
I know, but what do you do?
Well, I'll tell you, because I'm getting scared. I mean, I love being in this business, but one day it hits you. Okay, Richie, you've been dancing for 8 years, but where's it getting you?
A lot of people are feeling that way. They're getting out of the business fast.
There's no security in dancing.
But wait a second.
There's no promotion and no advancement.
Listen, if you're looking for that kind of security, then forget it.
No, it's not just that.
Well, what then?
I could do without that, but there's no work anymore.
Tell me about it. It's true.
Well, sure it is. But isn't that happening to everyone?
Oh, please. I don't want to hear about how Broadway's dying, because I just got here.
Well, don't worry, honey, it's not.
They're not doing big musicals like they used to.
But even if they did, even if you did, this show, it's going to close one day. Nothing runs forever, right? Yeah, but that's just how
She's right. And then you have to start all over again. Because the only line you can depend on in this business is the one of unemployment.
Hit it, Richie.
Oh, give me a break.
That's not fair. Don't you guys want to do something more than just dance in the chorus?
Gee, I'm just trying to get in one.
I mean, I want to be something besides the tall, skinny one, second from the end. Not that I want to be a star or anything. Hell, I do.
Oh, who doesn't? Everybody in the whole goddamn country wants to be a star.
Okay, I admit, I want to be the next Gwen Verdon.
But she dances.
I know. Don't you just love her?
But I want to know what you're gonna do when you can't dance anymore.
Who cares? I wouldn't care if I never danced another step as long as I lived. I'd be happy just going to Hollywood and replacing Jill St. John. What, big fucking deal, right? I mean, I can dream, can't I? I'll find someone who does.
That's the thing that gets me. A girl can always get married.
She didn't say anything about marriage.
Another thing is...
Oh, please. I don't know if I can take it.
These bodies won't last forever.
I can't take it.
We're no better off than athletes.
Well, I'm sorry, but I can't worry about any of that now. I plan to go on kicking these legs as long as I can. And when I can't, I'll just do something else.
Right. So you get into acting. No, you'll love it. I mean, it's fabulous to find out that you can talk, too. That's what I'm into. Not very good, but I'm getting better. And I'll tell you something, honey. It beats busting your ass dancing any day. I mean, at least when you're an actor, you have a chance.
Oh, come on. There are a lot more actors out of work than dancers.
That's theater. Listen, nobody got into this business to play it safe. And we're all here because we wanted to be here. And you're all acting like it's just another job. And it's not. So what are you all talking about?
Life, darlings. It's tough all over. That's why I've got no plans, no alternatives. Just get me through the day. One day at a time is enough for me to deal with.
Listen, we all feel the same way or we wouldn't be here, but I have a wife, and as much as I love dancing and theater, it's all about paying the bills now. I mean, I have to go where the money is.
What are you gonna do, Al?
Well, I'd like to stay in the business. Maybe stage managing, someday directing.
Hello.
Whatever. I'll just have to wait and see.
I can't think of anything else I'd do.
Well, if we all had to pick another career, go on, pick a career. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Young. I know what I'm gonna do. Because I know whatever show closes one day, I'm gonna finally be able to get off my diet. I'm gonna get into the car with my husband, go up to our 50 acres in Vermont, have a bunch of kids, and enjoy getting fat.
That sounds good. Except the fat part. Yeah, I'd like that. Just not right away.
Well, all I want to be is just happy.
Oh, come on. Aren't you happy? Look, I sit around and I get depressed and I worry about all these things too. But then I meet somebody and they say to me, wow, you dance on Broadway. How fabulous. You got somewhere. You're something. And then I get this feeling inside because I remember when I used to stand outside of that stage door and I used to see all of these girls come out of there with their eyelashes and their makeup, and I think, God, I'll never be that old. I'll never be that old. I'll never be old enough to come outside of that stage door. But deep down inside, I knew I would. And damn it, I've come this far and I'm not giving up now.
That's what I used to say. I won't give up. Gotta be a ballerina by the time I'm 18. Well, then I figured out I should be in musical comedy, so I said, okay, I'll be a chorus girl, but I gotta be playing parts by the time I'm 20.
Oh no, did you do that too? Give yourself a time limit?
I still do it.
Right, then you're 25 and you say, just a couple more years longer? Well, hell, I'm 30. I mean, how many more years left do I have to be a chorus cutie? 3? 4 if I have my eyes done. Well, I don't want to do on that level any longer, so... Just lately, I've been thinking about opening up my own dance studio. I don't know. Am I copping out? Am I growing up? I don't know.
Listen, who does? I mean, who knows anything? It's just something you're gonna have to wait and see.
Right. But if today were the day you had to stop dancing, how would you all feel?
Kiss today goodbye. The sweetness and the sorrow. Wish me luck the same to you. But I can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. Look, my eyes are dry. The gift was ours to borrow. It's as if we always knew. And I won't forget what I did for love. What I did for love. love. What I did for love. Love is never gone as we travel on. Love's what we'll remember. Kiss today goodbye, and point me toward tomorrow. We did what we had to do. Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. What I did for
Before I start eliminating, I just want to say I think you're all terrific. You've been wonderful about going through all of this today. I sincerely wish I could hire all of you, but I can't. Will the following people please step forward? Donna. Greg. Al. Diana. Wait, no. I'm terribly sorry. I'm wrong. Please step back in line. Christine. Phoebe. Sheila. Connie. And Maggie. To the front line, thank you very, very much for coming. But I'm sorry, you did not make it. For the rest of you, rehearsals begin September 22nd. We'll rehearse for 6 weeks with a 2-month out-of-town tryout. New York opening sometime mid-January. Be prepared to sign a standard minimum contract with a 6-month rider. You'll be contacted sometime next week as to where and when to sign your contract. And I'm very, very glad we're going to be working together.
One singular sensation, every step he takes. One thrilling combination, every move that he makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely when you know one moment in his presence, and you can forget the rest. For the guy is second best to none. Son, ooh, sigh, give your attention to I really have to mention he's not one. She walks into our room and you know
she's uncommonly rare, very unique, peripatetic, poetic, and chic.
she walks into our room and you know from her that any boys under this world, she's a special girl, slowly. Can't help all her qualities extolling. Loaded with charisma is the gently something and never shine. She walks into our room and you know you must shuffle along, join the parade. She's the princess of making the grade. This is what you call traveling. Oh, stretch yourself, can't get enough of her. Love her. I'm the son of a gun, she is one of a kind.
One walks into our room and you know she's uncommonly rare, very unique, peripatetic, poetic, and chic.
One
walks into our room and you know from her
every
boys under
move
this
that
world,
she makes.
she's a special girl, strong.
One smile and suddenly nobody else
Can't
will
help
do.
all her qualities extolling.
You'll never be lonely with
Loaded with charisma is the dusty something and when chilling. Shuffle along, join the parade. She's the princesses of making the grade.
for the girl is like all
Traveling. Oh, stretch yourself, can't get enough of her. Love her. I'm a son of her girl, she is one of a kind.
One singular sensation, every little step she takes. One thrilling combination, every move that she makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you know who. One moment in her presence, and you can't forget the rest. For the girl who's second best to none. Son, ooh, son, give me your attention to I really have to mention she's on, she's on, she's on.
One more time, let's give a nice round of applause to the cast of A Chorus Line. Beautiful job, right? How about it? A quick thanks. We want to just give a shout out to our PTA, our custodial staff, and our SSAs for doing a great job. Thank you so much, as well as our TV media students that are doing all the behind-the-scenes streaming and whatnot. Mr. Curran on sound, thank you so much. We also want to shout out the tech crew. Let's have them all come out with Alexa, the stage manager. Also, a big thanks to Emily Guercia, who, with her students, built the scenery and all this great stuff. Vincent, thank you for the screen, buddy. Good job, and all the lighting and whatnot. And we want to shout out Colin, one of our Port Richmond Theater alumni, for doing the lights. Thank you, Colin. Rachel Rosario, one of our theater company alumni as well, for working with Mr. Wilde on assistant choreography. Julia, our student choreographer, working with Mr. Wilde. Thank you. We want to also thank all of our musicians in the pit, those that have come back to help. Caitlin, one of our alums, stand up, wave. Thank you so much. Mr. Scarano, thank you for a great job. The Alumni Association, thank you so much as well. And let me just make sure this is good. Okay, and we're going to also want to shout out these two. So they don't get to wear the fancy gold jackets and top hats because the mean director cut them in the first scene, but then they ran back and they did all the spotlights in the back, so let's give it up for them as well. Later on tonight, we'll do a more formal thank you and whatnot, but we're going to also do the raffle winners. If you filled out for any of the prizes out there, don't worry, you don't have to be present to win. We're going to call the 50-50 in a moment, but we also want to shout out two of the hardest working peeps that love you guys so much and really did a phenomenal job. It's her favorite show. You know that. Miss Lopes loves this show, but I think we can all agree the incredible work. I mean, last year, Mamma Mia was here. We thought that was an incredibly high bar, and you guys like totally superseded it. This amazing choreography, direction, and a great job, Mr. Wilde and Miss Lopes. You guys are awesome. What an amazing team we have here at Port Richmond, and a big thank you as well to our Assistant Principal of Arts, Miss Woodman, and our Principal, Mr. Greenfield. All right, let's do it, Adam. Come on up. What do we got for the winner?
There we go.
All right, $60 to the winner. Adam, you pick a ticket, brother. Yeah, hold this, put this out. Hold that.
All right, let's see it. 996-5246.
That's because last night he sounded depressed when he called the winner.
You don't pay me enough to be happy. All right, again?
Yes, again.
996-5246.
5246. If you have the ticket, see Adam in the back. Thank you if you're donating it back. We appreciate it. If not, congratulations. All right, and we also want to say you have one more chance to see and enjoy the show tonight. So come on out. Don't forget, we got Sing happening in February. December 18th is the winter concert. Come see the hardest working musicians do a great job. And in the spring, what show is it? Dreams. We hope to see you there. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the holiday season. Play us out, Mr. Scarano.